Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Durham County's National County Government Month and the second activity for our month-long celebration. Just want to share with you all that we are excited again to celebrate National County Government Month. Each year we participate in this opportunity to highlight exactly what counties do. It's an annual event, an opportunity for counties to highlight effective programs and raise public awareness about county government. And there's a lot of great things that we are doing here in Durham County, including the topic we'll cover today, which is RYSE. So just want to thank everyone for being here and taking time out of your schedule to join us. If you give me one moment, I will get our slides started for the day, and we'll go just get things going. Just want to remind everyone that we are recording the session, and so just want to make sure that you have that in mind. Give me one moment here. Okay, everyone should be able to see my screen here. Again, welcome to Lunchtime and Learn. This is our series through this National County Government Month celebration. And this focus of today will be RYSE, the Assessment Center here in Durham at the Youth Home. The focus of the conversation will be to tell you what the RYSE program is about here in Durham and how we can help empower Durham's future. The Durham County Resources for Youth Success and Empowerment, which is RYSE, Assessment Center launched earlier this year to provide a non-threatening, inclusive atmosphere for parents who are seeking information for their youth who are exhibiting social, emotional, or behavioral challenges. It is a community-focused program that connects youth ages 10 to 17 and their families to a plethora of resources here in Durham County. We're very grateful that today's presentation on the RYSE program will be led by RYSE Program Manager Jennifer McGrant. She'll explain to us how the program works with families to empower Durham's future. Before we get started with the presentation, we just want to go over a couple of ground rules, housekeeping. Again, the session is recorded, which I've already shared. We ask that everyone keep their microphone on mute unless you're speaking. And then also, if you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand or post them in the chat, and we'll try our best to get to all the questions before the end of the session. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today to present this information on the RYSE program here in Durham. We're excited to learn more. You are welcome to take over from here.
Thank you so much. And thank you for the opportunity to present my program. We are new. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my slides. Can everyone see them?
You're getting thumbs up, so I think you're good to go.
Okay, all good. All right. So we are the Resources for Youth Success and Empowerment, or RYSE Assessment Center. My name, again, is Jennifer McCrant. I'm the program manager for the program. I have actually been with the county for the last 13 years, but RYSE is new. We actually just opened this January. Why are we here and where did we come from? The idea for RYSE, actually, the conversation started in 2015 between the Durham County Youth Home Director as well as the county commissioners. They felt that the youth home itself had a service for youth, but there was nothing to help the families who were calling the center, because they were actually trying to keep their youth out of the youth home. So the idea was that there needed to be a separate community-based center to help those families. In the past, youth had to encounter juvenile justice in order to get some services, or they had to just get in trouble first. And we wanted to stop that process. So we, decided to open up the youth home, open up the assessment center to, bridge that gap, to stop the disparity of young people who were not being served. RYSE is actually part of the National Assessment Center Association, or NACA. The idea for our program was actually inspired by other assessment centers around the country. We are unique from those assessment centers, however, because a lot of them are connected to their detention services and provide the intake for detention, whereas we are actually located in the detention center, but we are a separate entity. What we do is actually we provide a comprehensive screening tool called the CANS for that looks at many domains for the youth who are coming in. We look at life, their life at home. We look at their family dynamics. We look at substance abuse, mental health, education, just the whole youth, and use that to make a individualized case plan that's tailored to that youth and the families and the services that they need. And the case plan will direct the families to organizations within the community that meet those needs. During our current process, we receive walk-ins or appointments and see the youth using the CANs, and we refer out to the existing youth serving agencies in the community. We are also planning on expanding our services to include case management and a diversion program. Because we are a county entity, our services are all voluntary and cost-free for any family that's seeking services. Our case management component, we actually have two case managers, Laura Pena Bueno and Zakilia Taylor Thompson. They are our case managers, and they will when the families come in, they do the referrals for the agencies and do and they will actually follow the cases for up to 90 days to make sure that the families are making it to the services, to make sure that the referral sources are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and making sure that the family, if they have any other needs that pop up, that they can be addressed as well. The other part of our program is actually a youth diversion program. Our youth diversion program manager is Raven Walters. Durham has actually had a diversion program for many years, but it only addresses adults. This is the first youth diversion program for the county. It's focused mainly on the youth who are connected to not juvenile justice, but the justice system. So all of the referrals for the diversion program come from law enforcement or the Department of Juvenile Justice. What are our goals? So our goals are to provide a portal of entry for mental health, pro-social, recreational, mentoring, or other services for youth, to provide screenings that link the youth and the families to appropriate and tailored community services, to prevent at-risk youth from further penetrating the juvenile justice system if they're already going in that direction, and improve their long-term outcomes, and to serve as a source of information for the families, youth, policymakers, as well as the community as a whole. Who are for? As mentioned earlier, we serve all youth ages 10 to 17. They must be Durham County residents. They do not have to be connected to juvenile justice or law enforcement to be connected to use the assessment center. And they can come from any background, any race, ethnicity, gender, income level, insurance type. Nothing is off the table as far as eligibility for the youth. We do have some exclusionary criteria of who we cannot serve, but as far as, just in general, everybody is welcome. Our domains are mental health, school difficulties, pro-social needs, substance use, youth safety, community safety, basic needs for the youth and the family, and mitigating the number of youth entering the justice system. So what I mean by our domains is these are our areas of focus. This is what we are looking at when we're doing the assessments and the referrals. So pretty much the whole youth. Someone can come in with a need for a psychiatric assessment. We'll set them up with a psychiatrist. They can come in because they're missing school and their grades are dropping. And we might be able to find them a tutor. They could come in with a need for a mentoring service and we'll set that up. One family called, said, my kid is fine, they just need friends. So pro-social activities, anything that's in the community, we can try to connect them with. Who can refer to us? So youth can self-refer. They can come to the center or call us on their own. We will work with them. However, of course, we will need parents to be involved with the treatment. So we'll contact their families and try to get the family on board. Community members can refer to us either by calling us or emailing us. We will reach out to the family and make an appointment with the family's permission, or parents or guardians can call or bring their youth in. We are a walk-in center, so we accept people coming in anytime from between 8:30 and 5, and we will see them right away. Or if they cannot come in right away, we're willing to make an appointment. Where are we located? So we are actually, as mentioned before, we are co-located at the Durham County Youth Home. We are the community side of the youth home. So if anyone walks up, the doors are open from 8:30 to 5, and they can come in and ask to be seen at the assessment center, and they will be directed to our side of the youth home. We can also do interviews virtually if the family has extenuating circumstances that does not allow them to come to the center. We can set up a virtual appointment. As mentioned before, our only exclusionary criteria are if the youth comes in currently intoxicated, their level of functioning does not allow them to complete the cans. They are at imminent risk of their self or others, because I mentioned before, we are not a crisis center, or they have any immediate or imminent health conditions that would impact them to be able to fully participate in the screening. Those are our only exclusionary criteria. Along with our staff, we actually do have an advisory board that we meet with quarterly. The advisory board is made up of community members as well as programs within the community. We do have people on our board from the Sheriff's Department, Department of Juvenile Justice, Social Services, the from Alliance, we have a judge from Durham County, we have Durham Beyond Policing, JCPC, just different entities are part of our board. We also do community outreach. We serve on many different committees within the community. So we are on the Youth Mentoring Collaborative Committee, JCPC will go to their meetings with Juvenile Justice Behavioral Health through Alliance, My Brother's Keeper. We also do tabling events. We present to the community, the CIT, what is it? Crisis intervention teams, I'm sorry. We present to them, we've presented to hospitals, the school system, Durham Housing Authority. We also have interns. We have a current intern from UNC School of Social Work, but we will house interns as well. Some of the questions we're often asked are, when people come in, they ask if we are only focused on mental health services. No, like I mentioned before, we look at the youth as a whole. So if they are having any other needs, other than mental health, like social needs, workforce development, mentoring, we will look at those as well. They don't have to come in seeking mental health services alone. As far as the walk-in appointments, again, we are open till 5 o'clock. We ask if we're making an appointment that people start the appointment no later than 3:45, but we do understand based on people's schedules. We will try to accommodate as many people as possible. We provide clinical assessments. At this time, we do not, but in the future, I'm actually a licensed clinical social worker, and I will be providing clinical assessments to do some diagnostics on the youth who come in if they don't come in with a current assessment and need that. Many people call our center looking to drop kids off at the youth home. Again, because we're at the youth home doesn't mean we are the youth home. We are not a drop-off center. We have no crisis beds. We don't allow anyone to drop off their children. Do we provide transportation? No, we are not equipped to provide transportation to the assessment center or the programs that we refer to, but we do work with the families on any barriers that they may have, and we are constantly working to figure out how to address that barrier. How do we receive feedback? We actually do surveys with all of the families that come in to see, how we're doing, how the programs we're referring are doing, and their experience as a whole. Our services only for English speakers? No, we actually have a bilingual case manager. And for other languages, we have a language line that we will use so we can accommodate almost any language. Do we operate on holidays? No, we are county employees. We work on the county's holiday schedule and the emergency schedule. So if the county is closed, then we are closed. What about the families and younger kids? If a family comes in and the family or the adult in the family needs some type of support or services, we can look for services for that person as well. As long as there's an identified 10 to 17-year-old, then we can, work with the family as a whole. So if the youth has a younger sibling or the family needs maybe assistance with someone that's younger, we could try to help with that as well. But they would have to come in with an identified 10 to 17-year-old. Can I seek the services of the center more than once? Yes. Because of the things we connect people to, we don't limit the amount of visits to our center. So if maybe we've addressed the needs for education, now something else has come up and they need a mentor, then we can look at that as well. Or if they need mental health services. So we let people come in as many times as they need to. So these are our hours, like I mentioned, and our address. And that is it for my presentation. If you have any questions, please ask.
Jennifer, thank you so much for that informative presentation. We actually do have a question in the chat. The question is, what is the emancipation age for children now? As far as if they stop going to school and the parents are not responsible for them.
Unless they are emancipated by the court, they can be emancipated as early as like 16 from the court, but as far as just emancipation age, it's still 18. They can drop out of school at 16 as well, but 18 is the age unless it's legal.
Got it. Okay. At this time, we don't have any other questions in the chat. However, I want to make sure that I share with everyone that if you do have questions, of course, you can reach out to the RYSE Center directly. I believe your email address that you listed was ryse@dconc.gov. Was that it?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, got it. And if there are any other questions about today's presentation, or any other questions about our National County Government Month activities, you can always send them to Public Information Office at DCONC.gov. And I'll share that on another slide coming up. But feel free also to know that this chat will continue to run. So if you have any other questions that you would like to drop in the chat, feel free to do so as well. Jennifer, do you have any additional remarks before we move forth with our slides?
No, I just wanted again to thank you for this opportunity. Was a little nervous, but I do thank you all for listening, and I am hopeful that you see RYSE and make some referrals or utilize the system yourself if you'd like.
Thank you, Jennifer. You did a great job. We really appreciate this information and sharing the work that you're doing. I also want to make sure that everyone knows that this chat will be placing it on YouTube. I said it earlier, but saying again now, that we'll place it on YouTube. So please feel free to share this video with others. The more information shared, the better. So please look out for that on the Durham County YouTube page. All right, let's move into the rest of our slides here. We've gone through our Q&A session. I want to share with everyone that National County Government Month will be the entire month, and our next activity that we will host will be with the Open Space Program, joining protecting biodiversity and wildlife by helping to remove invasive species and trash along the New Hope Bottomlands Trail. That will be on April 15th. Feel free to sign up. The links went out in our countywide communication, but you will be able to also access that information if you need to reach out to us via email or look back also at your previous emails. Here's the list of activities that we have planned for the month, exciting activities. As you see here, again, the volunteer day with open space is coming up, and the next volunteer day will be the following day with Welcome Baby. You can scan the QR code provided here. And again, you can always reach out to Public Information. We are very grateful for Jennifer McRant and her team for the work they do and the information they shared today. As a reflection of today or your feedback for today, we would love to hear from you. Feel free to scan the QR code provided here, and we will also drop the link to the survey in our chat. You see our email address here. Reach out to us anytime. We thank you for supporting National County Government Month, hosted by Durham County, and allowing us to share what we do internally and externally. I hope that everyone has a wonderful day, and we will see you throughout this month at our activities. Thank you.